The Platinum Jubilee celebrations for Queen Elizabeth are set to begin in less than 24 hours. The UK is honoring her 70-year reign, which is a milestone that no other British monarch has achieved. So Jonny Dymond is a royal correspondent for our partners at the BBC, and he's here to discuss the event. I gotta tell you, I am really happy to see you for more reasons than, just one. But it's nice to talk about something a little lighter right now.
It certainly is, isn't it, Anne-Marie?
So let us talk about how significant of a milestone this is for the British monarch, and what sort of events are planned to celebrate the Jubilee.
Well, let's talk first of all about the significance. As you say, the longest-serving monarch in UK history, one of the longest-serving monarchs in the world, 70 years. This is her fourth Jubilee. She had one at 25 years, 50 years, 60 years, now 70. So it's a huge moment. It's also a moment suffused with a tinge of sadness as well, because it's pretty clear to anyone that the 96-year-old Queen is not going to be celebrating another Jubilee in 10 years' time. And indeed, she started just gently to withdraw from public duties. So this is an opportunity for people across the country here, across the Commonwealth and to some degree across the world, to celebrate and to give thanks and to mark the moment. And over 4 days here in the UK, there is going to be a range of events, from big military parades on Thursday, a service of Thanksgiving on Friday, a military fly-past. There'll be a huge concert outside Buckingham Palace on Saturday night, and on Sunday a pageant stretching through ceremonial London, which I should say is rammed with tourists right now, absolutely crammed, through ceremonial London and ending up at Buckingham Palace, where we expect we'll see the Queen and members of the royal family out on the balcony again. It's going to be a very, very big weekend. The weather may be typically British. There is suggestion of rain coming at the weekend, but I don't think that will stop the celebrations here.
Of course not. Liquid sunshine when it comes to the Jubilee. That's what we call it. So the Sussexes are returning. Harry and Meghan and their 2 children. This will be the first time that the Queen will meet her great-granddaughter, named after her, Lilibet. But they're not, working royals. So are they going to be participating at all in the celebrations? And I know there had been an issue with security. So what do we know about that?
OK, so, the security worries seem to have been ironed out, at least to the point where they're happy to come here with their family. We understand they're going to stay in one of the houses at Windsor in the south of England, which, of course, is where the castle is, and a number of other properties that the Queen owns there. And they've got a place there that they have rehabilitated and brought up to their standards. They'll stay there for the period that they're here. As to the kind of profile they're going to cut, look, there will be a lot of attention on Harry and Meghan and their kids, no doubt about it. But as you say, they are not working royals. And that means when it comes to that balcony shot, famous balcony on the front of Buckingham Palace, they will not be there. We expect them to turn up on Friday to the service of Thanksgiving at St Paul's Cathedral here in the centre of London. And then there is talk, although it has yet to be confirmed, of some kind of tea party or meeting with the Queen on Saturday at Windsor. But it's all under wraps at the moment, and I suspect we'll only get to hear about it as it happens.
So for those of us on this side of the pond, can you just talk about the significance of sort of being one of those chosen to be on the balcony? I know I see it in pictures all the time, but who is on the balcony?
Look, once upon a time, it was pretty much everyone. If you were vaguely connected with the royal family, you were on the balcony, and the whole thing sprawled out like nobody's business. It has got slimmer and slimmer, and that's partly a decision of the families to try and focus things down, try and get a bit of a streamlined monarchy. But it's also because of absence. Prince Philip, the Queen's late husband, won't be there. He died last year. Prince Andrew, his reputation tarnished by his relationship with a convicted paedophile, Jeffrey Epstein, and subsequent legal entanglements, won't be there. Prince Harry, who dramatically departed to the US 2 years ago, he won't be there either. So it's going to be a smaller group. And the Queen has said, essentially, to get your all-access pass to the balcony on Buckingham Palace, you need to be a working royal, a serving royal, carrying out royal engagements. So a relatively tight group compared to the big sprawl there used to be in years gone by.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. Jonny, I know we'll be talking to you some more about this. Thank you so much.
Cheers, Anne-Marie.